Hi everybody, Matt from RVTravelAdventures.com. Today we are talking about TPMS, tire pressure monitoring systems. We currently use a tire minder system. It's a fairly inexpensive system. And recently my wife took place in a focus group for Lippert Components, and as a thanks, they went ahead and sent us their Tire Linc system. So thank you to Lippert Components for your brand new Tire Linc. We're going to go ahead and give it a shot and see how we like it compared to the tire minder system we're currently using. So we have their Tire Linc system as well as the Tire Linc alert indicator, which will allow us to get alerts in our truck even if we're not using the app at the time. So two great products. We're going to put them in and see how they compare. As far as install, there's a couple other things that we're going to need. Some wire connectors, extra wire, drill, some heat shrink to seal up our wires. I've got some bits as well as some wire crimpers ready to go. There is a great video on Lippert Components site on how to install this, and they actually use almost the exact same model trailer that we have. It's a Grand Design Imagine. So we're going to follow along pretty close to that. They showed us a really good spot up in our pass-through to put this in. So we're going to unbox this, see what we've got, and we'll head over to the pass-through to get it installed. Great, let's take a look at what's inside our box. So in the main box, we've got our 4 sensors. Go ahead and pull out the sensors here. So we got our 4 sensors. Underneath that, we've got our actual Tire Linc dock, which we'll go ahead and mounting in our pass-through, and then the actual repeater for the Tire Linc system. So that's all in there. We also have a handy dandy little wrench that they give you to help tighten on the caps onto your tires, as well as some seals and nuts to make installing those easy. And then of course, most importantly, our tire pressure monitoring system instructions, owner manual on how to get this stuff installed. So everything you need is right here in the box. Inside our alert indicator, this is going to be a nice simple addition. It's basically going to give us a colored light if we are outside of our safe range on our tire pressure and temperatures. So in this box, we've got a little USB charger, a suction cup, as well as a little bit of Velcro so we can figure out where we want to mount it. And then the actual Tire Linc sensor. So small little sensor we can turn on inside the truck. That way, if we don't have the app up and running or there's a problem with our OneLink app, this will give us all the indicators we need. It might not give us our exact pressure readings. This is going to alert us if we're in trouble and hopefully save us from a blowout down the road. So let's move over to the pass-through and we'll get started. All right, guys, we're over here at the pass-through. So once again, Grand Design's instructional video actually uses almost the exact same trailer we have. It's a Grand Design Imagine. So lucky enough, we're going to do pretty much exactly what they did in their video. We're going to go ahead and mount our docking station right here on the outside of our main component panel. We're going to pull that panel off. It's going to give us easy access to wires and be able to pull our wiring down. We are going to run our power source back out and under rather than tapping into something. We'll put an inline 15 amp fuse into our power line just to protect both the Tire Linc and the battery, make sure we're isolating it from the rest of the system. And running it direct, we don't want to overload any wires. So we're going to go ahead and pull this panel off, get access to our wires, put a plan together, and we'll go from there. All right, so we got our panel out. We went ahead and drilled a hole through the back just to pull our wires through. We went ahead and mounted our Tire Linc docking station into a nice, easy location, made sure it's nice and level, and that way it'll be easy to access. Now, obviously these wires are not going to reach anywhere near close to the battery. So we're going to have to pull some wires. We're going to go from the battery junction box up in the front of the trailer all the way up and under, so we have a straight line to the power source rather than trying to tap into something that's already here. That's going to take a little time, so we'll see when we're done. All right, so we got our wires pulled. We came in right in through here. We had to use a little bit of fish tape, go down through the floor. We were able to run it with all the rest of the wires that were running up to the battery. So it's inside the same bunch of wires, run all the way up to the battery, and we're going to go ahead and make our connections here, and then we'll save the battery for the very last. All right, guys, back underneath, we're all installed here. We've got our docking station mounted up. We wired all the way straight out to the battery. We got a 15 amp inline fuse to protect all our circuits, and we are ready to go. So we are going to go ahead and download the Lippert One Control app and follow the step-by-step instructions on how to get this thing up and running. All right, we're all wired up. We got our app downloaded. We got all our tire sensors ready to go. So you will read in the manual, you have to pair these in a certain order. On a tandem axle, we're going to go front left, front right, rear right. They have to go in that order so that the system knows which sensor goes to where. Pairing process looks pretty easy. There's optional locking nuts if you want to put a locking nut just to help the actual sensors from falling off or getting stolen. I'm going to put them on. We had them on our last sensors, and it just gave us a little bit of peace of mind. So, but they are optional. And then we've got the handy dandy wrench to put them in. So it's pretty simple. We're just going to attach the sensor to the front left tire. We're going to hit pair. It's going to learn. Could take up to 30 seconds. Once it's set up and it finds the sensor, it'll tell us to go on to the next one. So we're going to work on this, and we'll let you know when we're done. Everybody else. Here we are, all set up and ready to go. We've got our alert indicator mounted to the dash with Velcro. Came with a couple pieces of Velcro as well as a suction cup. And then we've got my phone mounted up here where I usually run GPS, anything else we need, in addition to my Garmin GPS that I've got up on the dash. So I am ready to go. We got about a 5-hour drive tomorrow. I got my Garmin RV 770 set up. I've got my tire pressure monitor all set up and ready to go. I got the Tire Linc alert indicator ready to go. We got a full tank of gas. We are ready to go. So thanks for following along, guys. If you got any questions, feel free to throw them down there in the comments bar, or check out Lippert's website. They've got some great videos on this product as well. Again, this is the Lippert Tire Linc TPMS monitor system. This is the dual axle setup. All right, guys, we like to run any product through our rating system. This one is going to get some bonus points because about a week and a half after installing it, on our way back from a long trip, we actually had a blowout. And had I not had my window down and the radio off and heard the tire explode, the sensors went off almost immediately, and definitely would have saved us from some major damage. We escaped with very little damage to our trailer, so we're extremely happy. So as far as overall ordering and availability, we gave it 5 stars. Lippert site's super easy to order their products. Ease of installs, we gave it 3 stars. You do have to pull some wires, make some connections. Overall maintenance, 4 stars. Not a whole lot to do to it, but you do have to take off the sensors anytime you put air in the tires. Value for price paid, we did give it 4 stars. It's a great value. However, we did receive ours for free from Lippert, so thank you to them for that. Overall impression, 5 stars. Great system. Definitely works better and looks better than our system that we had on before. So super happy with it. And overall impression, 4 stars. It did save us from some major damage recently. So if you don't have a TPMS, definitely check this one out. This is Matt from RVTravelAdventures.com. Be sure to check us out on Facebook, Instagram, and right here on YouTube for more tips and tricks. Be safe, guys. We'll see you out there on the road.